So how much do you charge to come set this up as a sauna celebrity in someone's house?
This is really for, folks that need the healing benefits of heat therapy or sweat therapy, but can't really afford one of those, large wooden cabinets, or don't have the space. When I was making the outline for this, it brought me back to the treehouse days. Remember, I don't know if I ever talked to you about it, but remember when I said I went to the functional medicine doctor and she said I needed to be in a sauna like yesterday? And then I was like, I kind of want to buy one of these, but I don't know if I believe in it. And I also didn't have space to put it in there.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's other people that are going to be in studio apartments or something where this would be a good fit.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because if it doesn't work out, what's the worst thing that happens? You lose $200, $300 max. So that was the whole goal with doing this, is if somebody would have had a little guide like this back when she was trying to get me to buy that $3,000 hot box, and I wasn't convinced that I even needed it or that it would work for me, it would have been great, especially when you don't have the space and money to put this in there and try it out for a month or two.
Sure.
And then be like, oh wow, this really is worth it, and then start saving to buy a bigger
That's when
one.
you were going to the sauna, paying to go use the saunas?
Yeah, I went to the float tank place there in Baldwin Park to use their sunlight and sauna. It was the very first infrared wooden sauna that I ever paid to use, because that's all I could find. But then it's like anything else. You drive there for 20 minutes, you drive home for 20 minutes in traffic, because that's the only times they had available. After a week or two, you're like, I'm not going to go today.
Yeah, that makes sense. And didn't it start to get pricey?
But yeah, they lowered the prices now, but it was like $40 a session.
Oh my gosh.
Unless you bought a block of 10.
Okay.
And then they lowered it to either 30 or 20. So it was a couple $100 a month.
I mean, if you're going to do this for long term, you could pay for one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's how I got into buying them.
I gotcha.
And then I was like, well, I don't want to spend a bunch of money. I'll buy the cheap Costco one. And then I got the cheap one from Amazon, and then it turned out to be crap. That's how this all started. But this would have saved me a lot of hassle, and I could still, in the meantime, like for some people, they look at this and they're like, this is terrible. I'm never going to put this in my house. But they're not the target market for this. The target market for this, can't afford something bigger. Not sure if it's for them. In a small space like I was, all that stuff. So it would have been a great interim thing, and then I could have saved up money, because ultimately I moved to the lake place.
Right.
To have more rooms and more space to be able to do all this stuff.
You're starting to sweat now.
I'm really sweating now. Like, I'm covered. I'm drenched. So how much total time?
We're about 25 minutes.
Okay. It's starting to get pretty damn hot. Like to the point where I am beginning to have the desire to put my head out. Because it's too hot. But I guess I could just do that.
Oh, nice.
Give myself a break. It works pretty good.
How you doing on there?
Pretty good. I'm getting pretty hot. I'm about ready for a break. My core temperature is definitely up. My heart rate is increased. I turned that one light off for just a second, just to give myself a little bit of a break without opening up and letting all the heat out. But I am completely sweating, head to toe, elbows, everything, torso. This is might be a rudimentary, box or enclosure or detox machine, but it is effective. It does work. It's hot. It's really hot.
Yeah.
I could use some fresh air. This is probably a funny clip.
Yeah. Should be your new picture.
What, this?
Yeah. That or you in the bag.